Perfect. So, I made a change to my Vegas list that I want to try out on stream. What I've been noticing when I play Dragapult is that I feel like I'm missing a lot of evolutions because most of the games against Guardy, Pult, sometimes even Greninja, whatever comes up, Grimmsnarl, there'll be games that when I use Lilies or Iono, I still don't have enough outs to evo up my board. And so I was originally going to debate on maybe putting the second Hilda, but I find that Hilda's a little not enough of what I'm looking for, because if the goal is to find an evolution card, I think I can really achieve that with a Lilies or Iono. But I want like more than one, so I decided to put Jacques in the deck. Maybe it could be used, but maybe Dawn could be used instead. But I find that double Dracloak or Dracloak and Dusclops is just like so important in my opinion. So I decided to just keep Jacques instead. Maybe if I feel like Jacques isn't that useful in the beginning of the game, maybe I just switch it over to Dawn, because getting a basic Pokemon early in the game is like, you can't complain about that, right? But yeah, I'll definitely try it out if Jacques seems lackluster, if you will. So yeah, I'm just gonna load this up, make sure that I have everything. I think I'm gonna be playing for like maybe 2-3 hours. I do want to watch some of the football games going around, so pretty excited about that. I mean, the Lions didn't make it, so I'm like not happy about that, but there's other teams to root for, like the 49ers, for example. So yeah, pretty excited for all the games this week, and like next week too. And the only sport I really watch is football, so just keeping up with that sport is like my only out to any of the sports stuff going on. But basketball I've been slightly catching up on because the Detroit Pistons are doing pretty good. Also, this is taking quite a bit. Oh, finally. I think you just have to complain enough times and then you'll actually get what you want. Okay. So, let's get our first game in. I have my notes ready for price checking. Just get into the habit of doing what I usually do for Toronto, so yeah. Okay, he likes to go first, so he's probably playing a Noctowl deck. Fine by me. Okay. Let's see what type of deck he plays, and then I can prioritize the Night Stretcher or CC based on that. Okay. Probably like Bolt or something. Terrabox would be a little annoying, but if I evo up my board, or if I get enough basics down, then I should be fine. Okay. Charizard, sure. It could also be that weird deck that uses Wellspring Mask in Charizard, which is quite interesting. But let's see what type of deck it is. Yeah, this dude is getting a lot of the cards he needs, so not happy about that. This is probably going to be like Terrapagos or Wellspring. Okay, Wellspring it is. So you can trap my Pokemon, which is fine. He'll be able to Evo his board up, which is annoying. Anyway, I think that discarding this and Night Stretcher seems like the play. Oh, that is bad. That's really bad. I don't have Badoo. I prized Badoo, actually. So, I think at this point, I just have to just grab a Dreepy, get Lilies out, and then hope that I get more Dreepy out of this. This is fine-ish. If he has Sparkling Crystal, I think jamming is fine to put down, in my opinion. And then I can Petty Grudge him for 10 damage so I can knock it out the turns after. I'm just debating on more plays right now. Like, I think I need as many Dreepies as I can, so I'm going to put another Dreepy down, and then with this Ultra Ball, I don't particularly mind discarding these. I'm not going to use Latios. Discarding these. And then, as for the rest of the prize checking, it would be like Dracloak, Pult, Skull. Here's my Shock. Not that I really prize check that anyway, but it's nice to know. Yeah, I think I'm getting knocked out this turn if, or at least like retreat locked. How high value is the jamming tower in this matchup? Actually, I feel like bumping AZU is like really blah if you wanted bear knockouts for later. Yeah, no, you don't. No, you never put jamming tower later in the game. The reason why I put jamming tower now is because if he has sparkling crystal, with this wellspring, I am able to shut it off, or at least like shut off a specific piece. You feel me? Like I don't use jamming tower later in the game because I want their liabilities to be left there. Yeah. So at least I wasted one of their Noctowl like searches for the stadium. Is why I put the jamming tower down. Finally, I'm catching you live. I've watched all your recent Pulse streams through replay. I appreciate it, Sir Swebby. Like, hopefully I give some good advice, you know? He didn't do too much there, which is interesting. Like what? No, he didn't really do anything at all, actually. He just got the Pidgeotto. It's quite unfortunate that I have to do something like this, but... that sucks. Whatever, I guess I can put an energy here, but it's gonna get knocked out. Am I assuming that this Charizard's just gonna, like, blow up my Dracloaks? I don't know. I'm debating on whether or not to attach an energy onto a different Dreepy so I can protect this Dracloak, or at least, like, preserve energy. I'm down for that. I'm pretty down for that. What are your thoughts on a champion online tournament deck that runs 2 Watchtowers, Defiance Band, and no Ursaluna? I did not see that list, but I can't seem to understand why I would run 2 Watchtowers. Like, I mean, this is a bad example, but I'm saying that usually this matchup is very good for us. Like, we don't need Watchtowers. Maybe for the Tank Kangaskhan deck, it could be pretty good. I don't know how many people are running that deck, but you know, it could definitely be a possibility, right? So to answer your question, I don't know. Ursaluna, like, if there's a way that they can safely deal with, I'll get it for you. I'm sure you're gonna hate it. Check DM. Okay, let me look at the list. The issue with cutting Ursaluna is that you don't really have like good comeback potential in Pult and Guardy, because Guardy, if they set up Gardevoir earlier on and then like they use like Lily's Clefairy or Mew, your main way of dealing with it is to use Blood Moon Ursaluna. I knew you were gonna be super happy about me mentioning Tank Kangaskhan. Like that deck is like still a threat. I can't deny it, you know? Tank Kanga is definitely... I'm pretty sure it's your creation too, right? Like I think at the very least you very much popularized that deck. I'm pretty happy with my decision of splitting energy. He popped Dusclops for some reason. I don't think that was right. But I guess he just wants to get rid of all my Dracloaks or Dreepies. It sucks because I don't want to use Fez here. Oh, whoa, what is he doing? I don't understand this. I don't understand this play quite. But I'll look at the list if you send it Mole Raider. I missed yesterday's stream. Yeah, we missed you too, man. Watch a bit of the VOD. You hit a bunch of junk. Yeah, I would say like I hit like unorthodox decks for sure. Okay, all of his Noctowls are cooked. So now I have like, let's see how I can come back from this. I have to put down jamming after I gust up Noctowl. He'll probably discard oh, maybe I don't have to put Fez down. Okay. Oh, that sucks. He's just gonna get rid of triple Noctowl, and that, like, doesn't really help that much. I have to find CC. If I use Fez, I lose the game. I think I have to... It's weird, but I think I have to Lilies here. And then hope that I find CC jamming. That is not CC jamming. But hopefully this Draclo can help us somewhere. Oh, this is so bad. No Badoo is like pretty tough. I might as well put damage on the board. Might as well. And then if he doesn't knock out this Dragapult, then that's very good for me. Or Dracloak, that's very good for me. Putting the damage here means that I can hit Wellspring like twice later in the game. But I'm gonna be honest, I think he definitely has the Candy Charizard, or at least like one of the pieces, you know? Crispin, sure, that also does it. Well played. Yeah, he got the okay, well played. Were we actually not allowed to bench Fez? Yes, because I don't run Turo. So if he just bossed up Fez, which I guess he doesn't know if I have Turo or not. Like, what he could do is, if I put down Fez, then he can just use Sob, and then he could just continue to Sob until he sets up a 2-prize knockout. Yeah. I think regardless we were pretty dead, but... Maybe putting down Fez and just hoping for the CC and hoping that he doesn't get boss later is like probably what I needed to do. But I think I pigeonholed myself a little bit too much there. But also I just saw your list for the you know, like the Watchtower stuff. It's cute. I don't think I don't know why we're running Watchtower. Like I just don't understand it. Because the matchups that you are like teching for like you're already good, right? You can monkey back the Sob damage. Yes, but the problem is he can just stand there with Sob, and then eventually he'll boss up like 2 of my liabilities and then just knock those 2 out. So like even though we can just monkey back the Sob damage, like that's not the issue. The issue is he can just like the issue is he can stall until he gets the boss's orders and everything else that he needs. Yeah, I agree that Watchtower definitely doesn't make any sense in Pult. I don't really like that inclusion. Okay, this is fantastic. Usually with Zoro, what I found out after talking to Piper a little bit is that you don't want to put down Badoo in this matchup unless if they're bricked like this. Like this is a cold case of like we definitely Badoo here. I'll put Duskull down. I'll save the Ultra Ball for what's that card called? I should have prize checked by the way, but anyway, I will save the Ultra Ball for Dracloak here. And then next turn if he doesn't have any Zoroas, I just, you know, Dusclops and then win the game. So can't complain. Zoroark, that's completely fine. Do you think including Moltres in the deck should be paired with Brave Bengal / Defiance Band or just Moltres? I would say you need to put one of those. Like, I think Brave Bengal and Defiance Band are really good for Dengo because it hits the number that you need to hit. That being said, I don't really like Moltres for that reason. It's because it's very hard to find your tool, unless if you use like Arven or the Owls. So, not a huge fan of it for sure. I want to get rid of. I want to keep my Ionos. I think like disrupting in this matchup is like very good. I heard you say in the VOD that you are no longer happy with your Vegas finish. Can you elaborate? Like, I'm very like let me clarify a little bit. With my Vegas finish, I was very happy because, you know, getting top 8 is like always a cool thing to get, right? Like, I'm not denying that oh, should I get Shock here? No, I'll get Shock here. Why not? I'm not denying that that's a fantastic result. The thing is, it's not like enough for me. I feel like I could probably do better if I you know, really put my mind to it. Is like how I felt about that run. Like, I felt like I was still short against Liam Halliburton when I hit him in top 8. I feel like I could have played a lot better. So like, although I'll be happy with any good placement, I won't be satisfied, if that makes sense, until I get a first place. And even then, I don't know how satisfied I'll be. Like, I think like the competitive nature in me is like, I really need to make sure that I put my best foot forward and like don't really get satisfied, because I think the easiest way to kill your competitive nature is to get satisfied. Yes, the cliche is happy but not satisfied is exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, I don't know why he took a knockout here. I think he could have played more patiently. This is quite bad for him. Let's see. I'm debating on putting down Halucha early, but if he has Eviltal, that's pretty annoying. But I think crippling his draw engine for the rest of the game seems good enough. So what I'm gonna do is, I don't want to Jacques anymore. I feel like that's like kind of useless. I'm gonna do something like this. I'll recon here. Definitely don't use Fez in this matchup. Alright, I probably need to discard Latias, but... Okay, if I grab Pult here, what happens? Okay. I'll use Jacques here. So Jacques is like pretty happy with this, because now I just set up like a better board here. Oh, interesting. Okay, so if I use Ultra Ball, I'm gonna discard CC Fez. Is that fine here? Yeah, that's fine. So I'm gonna grab Dusknoir, and then I will Ultra Ball for these two, getting rid of these two cards. Grab Halucha. The reason why I'm grabbing Halucha, by the way, is because I want to knock out this Zorua so he can just get like -2 draw the rest of the game. Even if I get Eviltal here, that's like completely fine. So here, and then the other damage counter, I'm debating between Reshiram and Zoroark. Does the Zoroark ever make sense? I can put it in range of... Yeah, you know what? I'm down for this. I'm very down for this. The second question I have is, I discarded a Night Stretcher already, so it might not be worth it to re-establish Dusclops. So what I'm thinking of doing is popping Curse Blast onto this. And then originally I was debating on getting another Duskull here. Honestly, I still think there's some merit into doing that, right? Like, yeah, I think there's still some merit to do this, because if he has a gusting option, he'll probably get rid of one of the Duskulls, right? So maybe something like this seems good. Let me catch up on chat right now. So I missed a couple of questions earlier. Watchtower makes... Yeah, I already answered that. Let me make sure I get everything else. I think he should take Knockout because recent builds are on no Artisan and one Monkey. No Artisan is interesting. I thought I saw like a variation of Liam Halliburton's list, and it had like single or double Artisan. This is so bad for him. Okay, Petron 2 is so bad for him. Like, this is just... Wow. Like, he's just giving me, like, everything I need. Watchtower, sure. Did I discard Jamming? I don't think I did, right? In case if I need a Blood Moon? Sure. Boss's Orders, the Dusk... This is exactly why I decided to put Dusclops here. This seems good. And then... It's weird because I don't want to Phantom Dive here or else I lose the game. But what I can do instead is Jet Headbutt and then just put just leave some damage on it. Okay, so what I'm debating on doing is I'm gonna grab Dusclops here. I'm gonna see if I get Boss's Orders. If I do, that's really good for me. Okay, yeah, I do get Boss's Orders. That's really good. It's not, I don't win the game, but, you know, I got there. So, I think for my boss, all I really need to do is, I'll grab Monkey here in case if he leaves damage on my board. And then, you might be thinking, oh, maybe I should boss up the Petrunt. I think that's incorrect because, the reason why I want to do that is so I can at least stall, like, I don't want to go down to one prize, is my point. And then I can just put, like, a ton of damage on this anyway. I'll keep the ordering of my deck as well. And then this dude is now forced to knock out this Dusclops or else he loses the game. So he needs Monkey plus Energy plus Countercatcher to do anything. Because he needs to knock this out. I feel like the list are on 2 Watchtower, 1 Castle, 1 Artisan. See, I haven't seen a lot of Castle going around, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, 2-1 Lopunny, 2-1 Toad, 1 Monkey, no East, which is like really, really good. Like the Lopunny feels like broken. Question, if you don't play Moltres, nor Toadstool, nor Candy, how do you approach the Dengo matchup, or what's the game plan? I have a bad time when the play... Oh, whoa, Picnic Basket's very interesting, but sorry, going back to your question, what's the game plan? I have a bad time when I play that matchup. Yeah, like the issue is like it is an unfavored matchup because they usually just get out of everything, right? So what I like to do is when they first take the knockout, I like using Badoo counter catching a Gimme Ghoul so I can put the a relevant 10 damage counters on it. 10 damage on it. And then, as the game goes on, I'm using Countercatcher and Jamming Tower to stretch resources out of them. I'm gonna put up Dracloak. Because I might just Dragon Headbutt here, if I don't get boss. No, I don't think that would be necessary. I think I can just do this. And then... if I get another boss, the game's over. If I get Watchtower plus Energy, the game's over. Do I have Energy in discard? Okay, yes. So, step 1. Recon. Okay. So my biggest issue right now is I don't know if I want to put down Blood Moon Ursaluna in the hopes that I get a tower, because if I do that, there's actually a way for him to win with Petron, Boss, Monkey, E-Switch. Is that a lot to ask for? Maybe, but I don't. Oh well, I guess one of the bosses is gone, right? You know what? I'm down. I'm down for this. I don't think there's a lot of ways I can get punished for this, based on like how little boss he has in his discard. So keep the ordering of the deck. I will Iono here. But like, going back to the Dengo question, I think that as long as you gust around the Pokemon that you need to, like you're fine. Like your matchup will be fine. Like for my evidence, in Vegas, I went 3-0 against Golden Go Rocks. So I feel like if you just play not patiently, you have to play a little bit more aggressively actually. But if you use your counter catchers to just stall out turns, then those extra turns will just pay back in like very useful swing turns, right? For example, like if I'm trying to build up like a play with Halucha and Dusclops, like I'll just like wait like an extra turn or two. Yeah, Monkey E-Switch boss, they win. When I saw their like resources, 2 of the bosses are gone, so they would need like quite a bit. Okay, cool. Hero's Cape, sure. Night Joker, for whatever reason, I don't think that was the right play at all. That means that I can, yeah, that actually means a lot of things. So let me recon here and then see what I can do. So Luminous Energy is there, and then I don't want to do anything crazy just yet. Jamming Tower, there it is. All right, GG. Do you have your full Toronto deck list posted somewhere? It's just my Vegas list right now. I'm trying out Jacques to see if it's good. So far, it's like not bad. I mean, my first game was like pretty good. I felt like research was kind of mid this format, so I don't think we really need a 9th draw supporter. I think instead we need more ways to find Evos, because if Guardy is going into what's that word called? If Guardy is going into TM Evo, then it's like bad. So I wanted a better way to get my Evos. I was tweaking for a second and I remember that Jamming Tower actually has an effect. Yeah, dude, Jamming Tower is so good. I think I saw a comment earlier that like, oh, maybe Watchtower just has more use cases than Jamming Tower. I have to like definitely disagree with that, because with Jamming Tower, you're shutting, like, the main reason what you're doing is like, you're shutting off Air Balloon in Dengo so you can, trap either a Genesect or a Dengo without energy. And then for Guardy, you can shut down the Bravery Charm, so you can knock out Lily's Clefairy earlier on in the game. The problem with previous Paltnor is that without Jamming Tower, you can't do anything against that Clefairy once they have a Bravery Charm. So then your lines just get worse and worse. Whereas like now you can force them to try to find a stretcher, and sometimes they miss, and then they lose the game if they miss the stretcher the next turn. So yeah, that's why I like my Jamming Towers. I still think you need like 2 stadium bumps because of the random stadiums that you have to like discard, like Watchtower. Watchtower you'll have to discard if you want to use your Blood Moon. Battle Cage especially. I don't know what deck is running Battle Cage, but when they do, like, you definitely want your Jamming Towers there. And yeah, that's what I think about Jamming Tower versus Watchtower. I saw a lot of Japanese pults using Candy Dawn. What are your thoughts on that for us? So I talked about this on my previous stream earlier, and like my stance really hasn't changed that much. I think Candy is like a little bit situational, because your deck plays really well when you're slowing down, right? So as long as Dragapult plays patiently, like, the Candy isn't really necessary. The cool thing is, though, is if you're bricking, you can randomly spawn a Dragapult or randomly spawn a Dusknoir if you need it, right? Because there's a lot of game plans where I wish I had a Dusknoir in that turn, but my opponent knocked it out, right? So that's what I think about that. What do you think is a common mistake that Pulp players make against Dengo that might not be intuitive? Taking the wrong knockouts. I think I don't really take knockouts unless if I'm wiping out like Dengos. I think wiping out Solrock Lunatone is not that fruitful because they have so many outs to finding those pieces, like in the form of like 4 Nest Ball, Artisan, Night Stretcher, and they have like Arvin to find one of those pieces. So I think like fundamentally I wouldn't put down I wouldn't really put down or knock out those rocks. The only exception is if for some reason, I don't know why anyone would do this, is if they discard one of these Lunatones or Soul Rocks for like a superior energy retrieval or something. Then I would really consider that. But I think that's like a fundamental issue I see. I really don't like taking knockouts because they have more outs to Fez. More outs to Fez. And like, I don't know, I just feel like it's not that good. Speaking of not good, this is not good. I'm really wishing the Jacques was a research here. I'll have to see a different plan. I might have to go into Fez or something, which is definitely bad. Issue here is like okay. I still feel like I'm in a really bad spot. That double Watchtower list, that one Doom was one of my losses. My other loss was a Joltik I lost on my win-in and when I was with Fez Pass. That sucks, bro. I'm sorry about that. Like, I don't know how the double Watchtower list went that far. It's like just yet another reason why I don't like online tournaments. But maybe there's something there that I don't understand. Like, I guess Watchtower shuts off your opponent's Blood Moon. That's pretty cool. But they also have jammings to bump it, you know? Okay, he discarded Lunatone. So, like, normally I would never knock out this Lunatone, but now, you know, there's an option to go for it. Okay, he's gonna knock out this. That's fine. Aura Jab gets him a couple of energies. Yeah. Interesting. So what I'm thinking is I have to use Fez here as much as I hate it. I don't want to discard Dreepy, so what I'm thinking of doing is just using Jacques to grab these 2 cards. Discarding the Dragapult and Dusclops. This is painful, but I really need to keep these if I want to start drawing cards. I have to grab Fez here. I know it's just annoying because he can just boss up this Fez and it's a free 2 prizers. Yeah, this isn't good. This is not good at all. So, I want to put down Jamming Tower later because I think this is a Battle Cage deck. Like, I think this is like a deck that runs Battle Cage pretty often. I wouldn't see what other stadium they would run, to be honest. Maybe like Artisan. Duck, sure, that's less than fine, but low-key kind of helps my prize map a little bit if I hit into this and then throw damage counters that way. Average Poltnor experience, I know, man. I'll still find a way. This deck always does. As long as they don't get all the pieces they need, obviously. Well, I don't think Watchtower makes the deck that much worse. I just don't think it's optimal. Yeah, but like, I guess in my head, not worse or that much worse and non-optimal are basically the same thing for me. Like, I want to make sure my 60 is like perfect. You feel me? Okay, Lily's good. I want to recon here first because I might want to... Okay. That's fine, but I'm more looking for... Badu here. Yeah, I'm more looking for Badu. Now, I think I prized a Badoo, if I recall correctly, and finding like one of those, I don't know. I think this is, do I put an energy on Duskull in the hopes that I get a, Badoo? Seems risky. But I'm low-key down. The odds are pretty low, though. It's like 20% to hit. Okay, well, I ended up getting it, so that we don't have to worry about odds. Well, I should worry about odds. It was like a 33. It was a 33 card deck, I'm pretty sure, and 8% of it was. I want to calculate this actually. So 33, choose 8. There's like 3 outs. Oh, by the way, whenever I calculate stuff, I actually use a hypergeometric calculator. If you search it up, it's like very useful. 3 outs. This. The odds of me hitting at least one Night Stretcher there was 57%. So maybe that wasn't the best play in the world, honestly. Like, maybe the Badoo was just kind of cope. I think if I just left the Duskull and then just attach the energy on Dracloak, as long as they don't find a boss's orders, like, I think that would have just better. Wild Press, sure. Just give me some free damage. Okay, what I'm debating on right now, let me look at Artisan. I don't think there's anything I really want from here. Yeah, definitely not. I'm just figuring out if I have an option to get Neo Upper. Okay, I do. So, what I do here is, I flip the script first. Then I Dracloak here. Grab this. I want to dig more. I know I can get like Dragapult pretty easily, but I know that I prized a Dracloak. Or yeah, I prized a Dracloak. So there's one Dracloak in my deck. 17 cards. 16 cards. I don't want him to retreat into Lucario again, so I'm gonna Iono here. And then even if I don't get like Neo Upper, that's fine. I can just hit with an energy if I find one. Yeah, this is fine. So if I hit an Upper, that's really good. If not, like, that's also completely fine. Okay, so I will probably grab Blood Moon, or I mean I have CC already. Like, I'll just grab Blood Moon. Yeah, I'm kind of regretting retreating into the Dew there. This has 2 retreat. Interesting. I'm debating on trying to stall here. So maybe the boss was just better. It's kind of unfortunate. Or do I leave him with 10 damage? Because these 2 get knocked out, hit into this, put damage counters on one of these, and then like I can win in 2 turns if I do that. So maybe I actually just do this. I think I'm overthinking it. If I try to headbutt this, then these 2 are in range to get knocked out, and then I can just win in 3 turns, I believe. Do you note down prizes for PTCL, for TCG live games? Yes, I do. The reason why is because I want to get, like, my practice should ideally reflect what I'm going to be doing in a tournament. So when I'm writing down prizes, that's like one of the main things that that really help me in a tournament. I think I tweeted about this, but I really think that I wouldn't make a single day 2 if I didn't have notes. And that's like no bait. Like, I actually genuinely believe that. Like, no memes, no bait. Like, I like completely believe in that. Okay, boss's orders the Fez, sure. He'll wild press here, knock himself out, that's fine. I respect the grind. I appreciate it, man. I think this is the only way I can really make sure I'm winning, you know? I thought the treat was a bit of an overestimation of how important it was. Not for me. I think like the value that I get from note taking is pretty high. Okay, so what I'm planning on doing now, well, I want to draw an energy here, and then I'll try to get like lilies after. Or do something like this, right? Yeah, I got this. I'm gonna thin this. I want like more outs to the cards I want later in the game. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a fire energy here. Probably should have grabbed psychic, honestly, now that I think about it, but you know, that's fine. I'm now gonna trap this Lucario. I think that's the best play. Him putting EXP share there was like a really bad play by him. And then I lilies. I don't want to take unnecessary knockouts. Like knocking out the Psyduck is not in my plan right now, because I want to delay the knockout and then you know, not give him Fez if he plays that. So what I'm actually gonna do instead is, if I Phantom Dive here, putting 5 here and 1 here is not enough actually. What's a better way I can spread damage counters? Well, if he hits and I use Monkey Dory, then that helps my damage. Yeah, you know what? I'm down for this. So if I Phantom Dive and then put 1, 2, 3. If I put 4, like maybe I need to spread damage counters evenly so that I can, in case if he Turos, then I'm safe. Like it's not like I'm going to use his Duskull anyway, you know? Do you reckon the Zoro triple Evo Cape Toad build beats Dengo Rocks? Oh, I mean Cape is like interesting because I think Secret Box is just slightly better. I think Piper was telling me that she was trying that list. It seemed like fine. She tried Secret Box instead, but you get the idea. But I believe that's like not. I mean, the Cape is interesting. Like, the Cape obviously will be good into Dengo because they just need more resources to kill a Zoro, right? But yeah. Please hit. Like, I need you to hit into me, and then I win the game. If he hits, I win. Yes, bro. Okay. So now I need to calculate the odds of me hitting this energy, luminous energy. Like, is it better to just Iono here? Let me think about it, right? So you draw 1 card, and then you get, like, 4, you look at 4 cards, so that's 5, and then you Iono, and that's 10, right? So, high odds there. Is it just better for me to Lilies? Probably not, right? Because it's, like, 16, 19, well, I'm going to put these 2 down, right? Like, if I need a thin... Yeah. Something like this. Did I even use Hilda? I didn't use Hilda, so I think I need to draw, actually. I definitely need to draw here. Fine. Fine. It's probably better to just go all out here. It's probably better to go all out here. But I'm going to Evo my Dragapult just in case if I need to retreat into something. Yeah, I mean, like, I have, like, 1 or 2 Luminous. I think this is just so much better. Nice. Okay. GG. It's definitely... Yeah, Mulrider, I agree with you that the deck was thin enough for me to be fine with this. But him hitting into me was like beautiful, man. I think he needed to, because there's just so many plays I can do if he doesn't hit into me. But yeah, even in like unlikely games, Monkey Dory is just so valuable. Like I don't think Mega Lucario is like the reason I'm putting Monkey Dory in, but you know, me playing patiently there and like not really giving up, even though let's be for real, my board state was so complete garbage, right? I was still able to climb back up, and that's why I feel like Poltnor has what it takes to win the tournament. Yeah, deck was small plus recon stacked. I agree. And I think Iono was like just straight up the right play. But also, the reason why I didn't put down Lily's determination from the get-go was also because I have Hilda in my deck. So if I drew into Hilda with my Dracloaks, then, you know, I just win the game right then and there. I didn't do a good job explaining this, by the way, but the reason why I split my damage across Psyduck and Lunatone is because in case if I got Turrowed. But in hindsight, I think if I got Turrowed and like the Psyduck was the target, he would never put down Psyduck again, right? Like there's no incentive to do that if he's at one prize. He knows I'll never pop. I think the mistake I made was I think I should have put more damage counters on the Lunatone. Yeah. With 2 Lumi in deck, we would have to be generationally unlucky to miss Lumi. Yeah, man, like, dude, you never know, it happens. Never say never with Pokemon TCG. There's always like, I've seen so many situations where they, it's like they probably draw like 15 cards and the card that they needed was the last one, or like even worse, the last 2 cards were one of the cards they needed. It's just bad, man. Like if the 2 copies that you're if one of the 2 copies you're looking for, it was the last 2 cards of your deck, oh, bro, I would definitely just quit. Like. Yeah. Also, I will say, I feel like Dragapult Dusknoir, like, I know I'm like a, you know, I'm like a Dragapult Dusknoir aficionado, right? Like, I just love this deck a lot. I do have to agree that the meta right now for Dragapult Dusknoir is a little bad because, you know, Golden Go is one of the best decks, like, right now. It's probably going to be played like 18%. Guardy is playing double Evo, which is terrible for Pult. And so, like, you know, old versions of Pult is like it's definitely not going to cut it. We have to just make sure that we switch the deck up a little bit more so that we can, you know, get on par with them. Because the best pro about Pult is that you're not really afraid of any matchup you're sitting across, with the exception of Control. But, like Pult has like all the tools necessary to beat any deck. So, yeah. You are definitely top 5 Poltnor Glazer. Bro, I'm top 2 and I'm not 2. Like, I'm definitely such a Poltnor Glazer. Do you have some advice for playing for the first time in a regional? Yeah, Benjamin, I got you. So, you know, a lot of people will say like, oh, make sure you prep. Like, I'm pretty sure you heard all these advices about, you know, make sure you prepare with your deck. Don't make any last minute decisions on deck choice. Like, don't switch a card if you're not like comfortable with switching that card, right? Like, I think like comfort is like better, like comfort over meta pick is what I usually like to go for. And then my personal like advice I would give you that probably not a lot of people say is I think you want to prioritize finding a deck that's like really fun, right? If you're having the most fun with a deck, then like you're naturally just gonna play better because you're not gonna tilt over like losses, and like I feel like you're just in a better mindset if you if you're like having fun with the deck, which is why like this deck right now is like the deck I'm having the most fun with. So I'm like completely fine with like even if I'm losing, I'm like completely fine. I'm fine with getting rid of these 2 and then putting down another Dreepy. I think given that he put Mega Kangaskhan down, I think I can get energy later. Or I can get Bidoof later. But the other thing that I want to give advice about that not a lot of people talk about is these pro players that have been playing for, like 10 plus years and like, just live and breathe this game with all the time that they have. Even though that they have like so much time over you, I'm going to say that they're like, you shouldn't be intimidated by playing good players because like you have the same opportunity of winning as them. So I hope that like gives you like some confidence boost, because when I first started off playing the game, I would hit like big name players and I would like freeze. I just like told myself that I was never in a million years would I be able to win against these players because they put so much preparation into this. How can I ever beat them, right? But it really isn't like that. These players are just, players at the end of the day. Like anyone can lose a game, in my opinion. So I hope that like when you hit a good player, you don't freak out that like you don't freak out and make misplays. Is like what I'm hoping to give you with this like random lesson. I think I could have saved the buddy until I draw like Drakloak, because I shuffled the Iona cards, which is not good. Jamming Tower here is really good for me. Luminous here seems fine, and then Itchy Pollen. Yeah. But Benjamin, I really hope you do well in your first regional. What regional are you going to? How is number one not Drake for Poltnor? I mean, I've had conversations with him, like, he wavers around Poltnor a little bit. Like, I think he's like more of a realist and being like, oh, maybe there's just a better deck than Poltnor. But, eventually he does follow through with Poltnor. The difference is I like don't waver at all when it comes to Poltnor. Like, Poltnor could be like the worst deck in the field and I'd still have more fun playing it. But you're right, he definitely is a Poltnor Glazer. I'm just gonna grab this preemptively. I don't know if that was right or wrong, but I'm fine with this. I want to just get... Oh, that's bad. That's bad. I need a Dragapult here, or else I could get farmed. Okay, cool. Okay, if I grab Dragapult here, that's good. I don't want to attack here. There's no reason to. I'd rather make him use the first move so I can just counter catcher after, if needed. Right? Like, I don't want to get terminal perioded here. It's very possible with energy plus E-switch, so... I'm going to Itchy Pollen, and then just set up so that I can kill maps all the turns after. But yeah, I hope if people are picking up Poltnor for the Toronto Regional, I hope that these help you with that. Okay, this is good. I have to Iono here. Do I have... No. Okay. Ionoing here seems fine, and then he's probably gonna Monkey and then try to knock out something after. Oh, Nupper being gone is like not great, but it's fine-ish. I just need a Dusclops. I don't know where my Dusclopses are. I think prioritizing Ultra Ball here is like better. Like, as much as I want the other Drakloak for a draw, I think this adds more pressure to him. So he's gonna kill this Badoo with Monkey Dory, and then I'll just promote Duskull, and then he's in a really bad spot. I started playing a year ago, and I'm 0-2 into World's Top 8 players in win-ins for day 2. I understand it's something to be proud of, but also incredibly frustrating. Cursed pairings, yeah, I know, like... I don't know. Like, there's obviously just a lot of good players going around, but I'm hoping that it doesn't scare you off on making misplays or like just like giving up preemptively, given that they had this much experience, That's the hope, at least. I'll promote this Duskull, and then let's see what he does from here. If Hedrick used his brain and played Gardevoir, he would have insane results. If Andrew Hedrick gets top 32, top 16, and 4-4 drop at Worlds in succession, it is not a good deck. I feel you. I feel you. There's definitely some scrutiny around that, you know? Like, I understand that. I understand that that call. But, you know, like, hopefully there's like better players than Andrew Hedrick on Poltnor, you know? I'm not saying that it's me. Like, I definitely need to put more work into it to make sure that I'm like that, you know? Okay, Dusknoir. Wow, like that's probably the only card I needed. This is so good for me. Yeah, I would be so pissed too if I was him. Like, what? This is just scummy. I'll Curse Blast here and then knock out the Mega Absol. Get rid of a pest. Now, how do I spread damage counters? I don't want to give him 30-30. So I'll probably put like 2 here. And then 1-1-1-1. Like, I don't want to give him damage counters to play with. I think this is fine. Like, if there was a mist energy, I would just donate all that damage counters there. Hey Summit, do you put a fresh sleeves on your deck before regionals? Yes, because there's so many horror stories of people, especially when they get into top cut, their sleeves are just so marked and damaged that, like, the problem is then you'll just get disqualified. So I would rather just get a new pair of sleeves for like $10-15 before the regionals, so I don't get like destroyed, you know what I mean? Yeah. Abon and Chow are biggest Poltnor haters, which is crazy because Abon was a Poltnor bot. I will say, like, once Abon switched off of Poltnor, he suddenly got way more results. So maybe, you know, maybe it's just time to, maybe it's Hedrick's time to switch over to Guardy. I don't like Guardy that much. I like Dragapult Dusknoir, it's more fun. I like drawing cards, you know? You're supposed to sleep between days too. Low-key, I don't do that. Maybe I should start doing that, but I don't. I would recommend it though. I just use dragons because I'm used to them. I don't believe them to be I don't believe them to be the best out there. Yeah, dragons are pretty good. I like end games. Those are like the only two like places only two companies I really use. Okay, Calamitous Snowy Mountain, sure. If I get a Dusclops, I win the game here. Yeah, if I get Clops, I win. Well, at least check your sleeves after day one. Yeah, that's what I do that. I do that as well. So that's why I don't feel like the need is there to switch it off. Okay, so what I'm debating on now is, if I Lilies, what's the best play here? I think just Blood Moon Ursaluna attached here seems fine, and then if I Lilies, yeah, this is fine. Okay, grab this. Recon. Okay. Is that game? No, not yet. It's not game yet. Yeah, it's not game yet. But it soon will be. Pretty soon I'll get there. So, if I had CC, that would be game, because I could just go into Blood Moon Ursaluna. If I put Dusclops here, that doesn't do enough. If I swing, what happens? If I swing, then he has enough monkey damage to terminal period me, which isn't great. So I think I say let him terminal period me, and then I just knock out with Blood Moon. Yeah, that's fine, because he has Kangaskhan also, right? Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, we're getting hit by terminal anyway, guaranteed. I agree. So putting all 6 on Mapsol just seems like correct. And then he needs Penny plus like a E-switch plus energy. Or no, not E-switch. Like, yeah. But if he has Penny, that's really bad for me. This position's kind of sus. Yeah, I agree. I have to find a way out of this. But I think I just needed a hit anyway, because if I didn't have my Dusclops, then like I feel like I just lose the game later than now. Penny, that's not what I was hoping for, but happens. Okay, so what can I do instead here? He's gonna terminal here for me. Yeah, this is pretty good. Unfortunately for me though, I think I ran out of my. Well, I need a lot of things. I needed monkey plus. This terminal kind of cooked him, which is unfortunate. Watchtower also, that's very, very bad for me. Alright, let's see what I can do here then. I think I need monkey. I need a lot, actually. So, I'm planning to put down Latios. Yeah, if I hit into Blood Moon, I just lose the game. This is bad. This is so bad. It's not like over, but it's like kind of unfortunate. That's actually fine. That's actually a good card to have right now. Do I Jacques? Do I have enough cards to Jacques? You know, contrary to what, I mean, dude, this just sucks. This just sucks. I think I need to get like, I can't Blood Moon here. So I need, I'm gonna grab Jacques here and thin my deck. Grab double Pult. And then the only thing I can do now is I shouldn't attack, and I have to hope that he misses boss. Very unlikely, considering he didn't use boss most of the game. Yeah, but I can't attack here. Is the issue. And then I can't attack here, and then I will pass. Alternatively, if Watchtower wasn't there, I can Blood Moon hit into that. Yeah. You know what sucks though? If only that Jacques was a research, I feel like this would be in a way better position, because I think I could have. Yeah, this is fine. This was expected. I think research was just like good there. Yeah, that's unfortunate. If I had research, then I could pull off the combo a little bit better. Yeah, but I ended up retreating to Pult Pass because that was just my best play there. Yeah. Yeah. Rek, you called the top deck Gus time, but Unfortunately, the top deck doesn't really help us there. The Watchtower was just too good. CC Monkey or something. The issue is with that is they have Petron, so it doesn't really stall anything, you know? This is unfortunate that even though they didn't have Psyduck, I still lost that. Explode and attack? Well, they only had one prize left, so if I exploded, then I lost the game. Jacques is mid, question mark. It's good against Guardy and Dengo, but I guess in these other like turbo matches, research it was pretty good. Let's see if that still helps. Cause Jacques was, dude, earlier in the stream, Jacques was cooking. So, like, yeah. Oh, you're saying like CC Phantom Dive? I think there's more outs to him having Monkey Dark than finding Boss. I might be capping. Watchtower Absol is extremely cringe. I know, man. Like, Dark Sephiroth says, "Oh right, I'll shut up now." No, you're good, bro. Like, if I popped, I would just give him the game though. Playing third jamming, definitely not. Nah. That's like way too many texts. As a Zoro fiend, I'm very excited to see what Piper and Liam play to Toronto. Both of them have pretty interesting lists. I haven't seen Vinny's list, but Piper always cooks Zoro. And then Liam, oh, yeah. He's just a good cook. But Monkey Dark doesn't win because you can spread it a certain way. Well, it does because... Oh, I see. I see your point. Maybe I could have just done that then. I actually think that was just better. The other thing that you just mentioned. Okay, but do here. I don't want him to get... What did he secret box for? He got Artisan, so there's no point in... Okay. There's no point in jamming tower then. Unless if I don't know. I'm actually gonna Iono here. I don't want him to have Artisan. Oh, that is so astronomically bad. Oh my god, this isn't a real game, dude. That's so sad. He'll be able to get Soul Rock now. Yeah, he'll just be able to get the God board, unfortunately. This is quite bad. Do you think Palt has like an insta-win matchup or like very likely to win? Very likely to win is any Charizard deck. And there's another deck that, oh, Alakazam, if that counts. Like, those are very good matchups for Poltnor. But Poltnor is mostly like a 50-50 deck. You can either win or lose. And then if you play really well, you just you just play better. Or like you gain more win percentage that way. But yeah, I think he's gonna Dengo here. I'm surprised he still doesn't have an out to Soul Rock. So it's almost like I really itchied him. But unfortunately for me, drawing into this card isn't gonna really help me out. So I'm gonna Iono here again, which doesn't feel good because oh wow. Okay, well I don't get another round of Badooing, so like if he doesn't have Soul Rock now, he like I don't know, man. This dude is also extremely unlucky. But I'm not going to give up just yet. Okay, well, there's a Soul Rock, so now I'm in like a very bad spot. I don't know if this is true, but Drick told me the other day that people are cutting Picnic Basket in Dengo. If that's true, then like Palt is like a little bit better. But yeah. Oh, baby Dengo. That's interesting. Maybe for the mirror. Actually, definitely for the mirror. I've tried so many ways to reliably beat Dingo, and the closest I've got is Toad Triple Evo. Hopefully they have figured something else. Yeah, yeah, I think that's like generally the route that they're going for. Like, I think Toad is like very good. Do you go to locals to prepare for a big tournament, or playing on TCG live is fine? When I first started off, like, okay, the first competitive season I had was last year, but I played like a year before that too. So I think for 2 years I've been playing the game. I like preparing in locals because playing in person is just a lot better. The problem is I only have like pockets of time where I'm free, so locals isn't always convenient for me. So I just play on live, and I think live is just it's like really good practice, because if you get high enough on ladder, all of your games just turn into very quality games, you know? Like, I enjoy playing on ladder because of that. Unfortunately, I feel like I'm in a bad spot. I think there's a question earlier I forgot to answer. I just realized there was a lot of chats I really need to read up into. But oh, is there a player you haven't hit at a major yet that you'd love to get a chance to play against? Not like really. I played against like pretty good players. I actually have to think of that question. Maybe like Tord. Like, I haven't played Tord yet. That seem like a fun like matchup. Everyone keeps saying that he's like one of the best players, and I believe it. I just want to see it in person, you know. So I do want to hit him one time. I'm gonna grab Dusclops here and then hope that I find Iono, because I think what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to blow up the board in a way that wins me the game in a couple of turns. Otherwise, I think I just lose. And right now, I'm definitely in a losing position. I think what I got to do now is try to spread damage counters. Like, okay, so I have Dusknoir, and then how does that fix my math? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, maybe I can hit into Solrock Lunatone, knock those two out, and then trap the Genesect. I think that's like my game plan right now, if I hit everything that I need to. But yeah, I think the answer is Tord, but the other player that I kind of look up to when I first started was Kaiwan Kababe from Australia. It's because his consistency was like unlike anything I've ever seen. Like, I swear when I first started off and I looked at his profile, like Limitless profile, it was like single digits or like top 16 for like 5 tournaments in a row. Like, he's just cracked. I don't know if he plays that much anymore. I haven't really seen his name around. I think he's like studying or something, but yeah. Like, I would want to go up against Kaiwan. He's a cool player. Okay, now that got knocked out, I need to find a way to start spreading damage around. This is bad. Like, I need Nupper. Here, let me draw cards. How about that? CC, sure. All right, here's to praying, I guess. The reason why I'm deciding to pop Dusknoir and Dusclops right now rather than later is if I don't do this and then this Dragapult gets knocked out, I don't really have a lot of outs after that. I'm pretty pretty sure. But I will Night Stretcher for Fez. I think this is slightly better. Because it helps me dig more into Nupper. Like so. Except Nupper doesn't exist. So I'm doing this for no reason. I did not prize check. This is why I need a prize check, guys. This is like, I didn't prize check this round, and I feel like I just lost. So, how will I recover from this? I'm gonna Iono here. And then try to get a jamming tower. Yeah, this is bad. I really needed to prize check there. But let's just hope that he doesn't have Turo or... Yeah, this just feels bad. Like, games like this, like... Golden Go definitely just seems favored into Pult, but the hope was that I could find the pieces I needed. If I knew that Nupper was prized, I wouldn't have spent resources setting up the Dusclops. I would just get the Dusknoir, Badoo, and then use Dusknoir to knock out something after. That's like... To be honest, I don't know if lack of prize checking was the main issue this game. Yeah, but it just made my win percentage from like 10% to 0% if I didn't if I prize checked. If I prize checked, I would have at least got like some percentage back. But now I'm like dead in the water. He needs to whiff like so many knockouts. And let's be for real, I don't think he's gonna whiff that many knockouts here. Make no mistake. I'm just gonna speed up this. If he doesn't, like, if he finds a way to retreat out of this, I'm just gonna concede. Like, in a regional, I definitely would have conceded a while ago, just to speed up some time. Then, can you just like win, bro? Just knock this dude out. Okay, he got the knockout. I feel like Neo Upper in the prizes is more percentage than I didn't know Neo Upper was in the prizes. Yeah, man, I agree with you. Astute observation. How do you feel about Maractus to help with the Dengo matchup? I can't see how it would help. Like, maybe if you're trapping a Dengo and then it just puts 60 damage on it, sure. But, like, you're wasting an energy. You're wasting, like, pivoting tools, so like you probably have to use like Gladius, bench space, and then if they have Turo, you're just cooked, right? Like I don't know if Maractus helps that much. Maybe if you trap the rocks, right? Like if you trap like Solrock or Lunatone, well, most likely Lunatone, you're putting 40 damage on that, and that seems more valuable. Maybe it's an interesting thought. Maractus doesn't really help in like other matchups though. Maybe Guardy, but I don't know. Yeah, also I miss Dreepy Energy in 3 separate hands. That doesn't really help my case either. For sure. Yeah. Damn, bro. I feel like there was another question I didn't answer, which I feel bad about. I gotta keep up with these chats. But keep the chats going. If I like missed your question, just like feel free to send it again, because I really want to make sure I answer everyone's questions, you know? Okay, I'm going up against Dengo again. Lock in. I gotta prove that this matchup isn't that bad. Okay. Good mulligan. Good gimme go start. As long as he doesn't have the rocks, I'll be in a good spot. Get rid of Fez. That's a good sign because now I'm able to take knockouts, like reliably. The problem with taking knockouts is that Fez is like a like, oh, hello there, dude. This is why Dengo, like, this is why Pulp beats Dengo 99% of the time. You know, like, this is too nice. Like, Okay, I'm just gonna grab Badoo here preemptively. I really don't want to miss this. It's probably slightly unoptimal, but I want to like really make sure I nail this nail this game down. Jacques here is just fantastic. Like I just get my I just get my 2 Evos easily. How can I practice prize checking? Sorry if it's like a dumb question. I've never used to taking notes. Yo, completely fine question. What I like to do is I like to count the number of Pokemon first in my deck. So in this deck, it's like around 23, I believe. So what I do is I have a counter for sorry, I have a counter for the Dreepy, Dracloak, and Dragapult in my head, right? So as I'm going through my deck, I'm like, if I find a Dreepy, it'll be like 100. If I find a Dragapult later, it'll be 101. And I keep doing that until the very end of the deck, and then I see how many cards I'm missing from there, right? So I do that. Same thing with like my Dreepy or my Duskull, Dusclops, and Dusknoir. I do the same thing. Then the next part I do is have a counter for my energy. There's multiple ways about prize checking. This is just the way that I like to do it. Okay, he Cypher Maniacs for some cards here. I think putting down double Duskull might have been super greedy. I was just hoping that I can take multiple knockouts here, but this is fine. I think Jacques here is just extremely valuable. Grabbing myself. Okay, I'm gonna grab Dracloaks like this. And hope that I get an energy from this. If not, like, that's fine. Badoo also is like, well, I need, that was bad on my part. I need to grab Buddy so I can thin. That's my fault. I got too excited about the Badoo. Grab Iono here. What am I doing? I thought I had an energy. I don't... Oh, it's Luminous. That's like... Wow. Yeah, that wasn't like my best play. I think I'm like losing brain cells right now. I prized a Dracloak and Dreepy. And then... Wow, I feel really embarrassed about doing that. I feel like the last 30 seconds I just like brain farted. And I think that's gonna cost me the game. Lumi, but I can recover from this, for sure. I'm definitely not locked in right now. I didn't even check if the Nupper is prized. Wow, like, I'm gonna grab some water real quick. I think I'm just dehydrated. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Anyway, what did I miss? Oh, yeah, him setting up double rocks. This is so bad for us. Could try Cloak for energy. Nupper is not prized. You're right, it is not prized. How often do you truly feel about breaking was the reason you lost a game at a regional? Very few times. I feel like even if I'm bricking, I kind of like look and see like, oh, I still feel like I made a couple of mistakes here and there, so I don't really think like bricking is the reason I lose games often. Obviously, there's exceptions. Like, if you looked at the game right before this one, I was, oh man, I was fucking bricking, dude. Like, it was so bad. But like otherwise, I think it's like completely fine. Okay, so Dusknoir here. I'm debating on a play here that might seem good. Dude, so whenever I'm misplaying to lose a game, game one, I always instantly get punished with a game two brick. Every time, bro. I swear, that's what I'm saying. Like the game two brick will be like obviously bad, but I feel like the reason I lost in that moment was because of like the misplays I made in game one. You feel me? Like, I should have realized I prized the dust globs. That's, wow, I'm like not locked in at all. This is just so bad. This is not my best showing for sure. Fez here for what? Nupper. Honestly, I'm game for this. If I take knockout, does that help? Or do I wait? Do I Badoo here and then? No, sorry, I'm thinking. If I decide to attack with Dragapult, I'm just gonna lose here. But then I can go into Blood Moon. But then what does that achieve after? Is the issue. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I kind of rushed into this, but I think this is a fine-ish play. Yeah, I think Badoo there was like a little bit better, but I like rushed into something that I didn't want to do. This just seems like a bad play overall. Next turn we can get a ton of his family plus Iono. Yeah, I'm like missing out on these plays. Just in case of picnic, I'm just gonna put all 6 on this. The issue was no energy attachment, kind of like threw me the game a little bit. Unfortunately, I don't think Jacques there was like good. I think maybe I needed to use Lilies and hope that I get like 1 Evo plus at least energy. So maybe Jacques is not that good. Unfortunate. Like Jacques was like fine in Guardy, but in these matchups, not really. The hope is that he whiffed. If he did, that'd be legendary. Is it likely? Probably not. Like, definitely not, right? Yeah. He's just gonna get superior energy retrieval and then like some other fit band, sure. That's fine. Gets rid of boss Lunatone. Lunatone, interesting. I could probably get rid of some Pokemon that way. He vessels for. Okay, this is just bad. What did I cut for Jacques? I cut research. I thought that research was like slightly mid. But I know I wanted like some consistency supporter. My issue was that I needed more okay, he takes knockout here, sure. And then what do I even do from here on out? This isn't too bad actually. I can't complain too much. I can go into Latios, but I think I discarded. No, I didn't. Is Latios prized? I forgot if Latios was prized. I'm pretty sure it was prized. Yeah, it was prized. So I'm gonna chill. Do this. Hope that I get. I hope I get off prizes. Ionoing here seems definitely good. But I thought that it was mid, so I decided not to go with that. Right? There's no Latios in my... Okay, I have a 50-50 chance of just winning this game. Next turn. Actually, it's like way worse because he has an out to knock out Badoo here. It was just straight up better to Badoo. Definitely. Okay, Metallic Signal, and then... In a regional, do you have time to lunch, or do you have to bring a lot of snacks to survive the day? It's definitely the latter. This like there's no lunch break, so if you end a game early, then that's like your time for lunch. And I lost, kind of, not really actually. I didn't quite lose yet, because like I can do something like this. And then just attach energy out of this. So I win soon. There's energy in my discard that I can't use. Sure. Okay. Interesting. I definitely shuffled energy into the bottom of my deck. I probably should have thought about that before. Yeah, I put like way too many energy. I have to definitely shuffle here, bro. Yeah. Definitely had to shuffle. And then I'm going to Iono here, because I need to start attaching energy onto this Dusclops. Okay. Not great, not great. But maybe he's having a worse time. I put a bunch of cards on the bottom of my deck, right? Like 8 cards. Uh-oh. This is bad. This is bad. Would you play Dreepy here for draw next turn? Yeah, I definitely should have done that. That's like my bad. He's going for Superior. Does he just have game? Yeah, nice. Well played. I unfortunately cannot say the same for myself. But yeah, I think just drinking some water will get me quite a bit better. Oh, Benjamin, that's the other thing I wanted to tell you. So snacks is good for surviving the day, but just make sure that you're drinking a ton of water. You get very dehydrated playing this game. What are your thoughts on Maractus and Paltnor? We were talking about it a little bit. I think Maractus is cool-ish into Dengo, because you can do 40 damage onto, what's that Pokemon called? Like Lunatone. So that probably sets up some math later. And then if they knock out with Dengo, then it's like, yeah, I mean, if you knock out with Dengo, then like it's plus 60 damage onto it, right? It's interesting. I don't know if it's like good enough though. Omega Scissor, what are you thinking about Maractus, and like what do you think it would help with? You're hitting me the second you get across 1800. I'm just lurking, waiting to crit snipe. Dude, please don't, bro. I know you're just gonna farm me playing control, bro. I already know. I'm having a lot of trouble with this matchup. It seems more common than I'd like for them to end up with one prize and manage to get a boss to knock up a 2 with the rocks at the end of the game. Yeah, I'm not managing my board properly. Like, I think me missing energy is like quite bad for me. Okay, so I have an option here. If I grab Dreepy, does that help? Or me grabbing Latios helps more? What are the odds of him having Air Balloon, Soul Rock, Boss? Pretty slim. Right? So is it more valuable for me to get... Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a Dreepy here. Okay, I'm going to prize check like legitimately now. I prize Blood Moon unless if it's in my hand. Okay, Blood Moon's prized. And then I saw the Dragon Bolt in my hand, so I'm not gonna say that's prized. I prize a Psychic. And then I will grab Dreepy for sure. And then the rest I don't really care about. Duskull here because it's probably gonna get knocked out in my turn. I need to test it more, but I think it's pretty solid into Dengo. I just hate losing even more percentage into Guardy. Is Maractus good into Guardy? Maybe you can stall I mean, no, they have Turo. It's not good into Guardy then. Okay. I really didn't expect them to have this. This sucks. Latias was just slightly better there. Okay. I can't give up just yet though. I still have plays, thankfully. Here's my trophy. I'm gonna Lilies here for maximum cards. I need a lot to make this deck function right now. And then Buddy for Badoo Dreepy. And then I'm gonna have to... Do I have to discard Night Stretcher? Yeah, I'm gonna have to discard Night Stretcher for Latias. The reason I'm grabbing Latias is because I'm on a deficit for my energy count. So I really need to prioritize that. The issue is if they gust around Badoo, it's bad for me. So maybe like going down to 1 is not a good idea here. Yeah, he literally had everything I said. I know, man. Like, I was like, what are the odds he has all that? Surely he doesn't have this stuff. I'm actually more worried about hitting Guardy than Dengo. Because at least with Dengo, you can kind of scam them. Like, if they didn't have all these cards, maybe I could have done something. Monkey's also a problem here. Ugh, this is just a bad matchup overall. So he's gonna move this. You know what? Does anyone have the Liam Halliburton list for Zoro? Not Zoro. Yeah, no, for Zoro. Like the triple Evo Toadscruel Lopunny list. I might just play that on stream. Because I'm getting very tired of losing right now. I would like to do something other than losing today. Grab this. I like Donzard more. Can we do that? Fade Donzard. I do not like that deck. I like the slower version though. Like I like the slower version of like Charizard, Pidgeot, Monkey Dory. That's a pretty fun version. I tried the Tankinga deck and I really didn't like yeah, I really didn't like playing that deck. It was like very weird. It kind of feels like Control though, which I know that naturally I'd like, but it's just a different type of Control I don't really fuck with. Zoroark makes me mad every time though. Why, dude? It just seems like a consistent Okay, my prerequisite is like, oh, the deck has to draw cards. Okay, this Latias getting knocked out, or this getting knocked out. Minor errand running, sure. This is good. How can I capitalize on this? What is the best way to capitalize on this? Have I already, right? Okay, sure. He basically made me give up a prize for no reason, so if I do this, then I'm going to pop Dusknoir on this Dango. Yeah. Pop Dusknoir on this Dango. And then I will The issue is I need an energy still, but I'm not going to shuffle my deck because I didn't really, like, I ordered my deck a little bit more. So I'm going to Iona here. I don't think I prized Halucha, I'm pretty sure. Unfortunate. I didn't get Halucha, but that's, like, fine. I can play around this for sure. If I ever put enough damage counters on a Pokemon, I'm cooked because of that Monkey Dory. Like, Badoo and Monkey Dory can knock me out, which is annoying. So I have to do something like this. First of all, I have to knock out this Dengo because that just has to happen, right? It'll probably be something like 1, 1, 2, 2. Let's try this. If I ever put 3 damage counters on something, they just knock it out. They knock my Badoo out, and that's like really bad for me. Arven for what? Probably Genesect. Probably. Alright, let's see if... Yeah, he puts Genesect down, that's like completely fine. As long as he doesn't get this knockout off, like, I'll be fine. Ish. It's a lot of ifs, though, for sure. I'm not denying that. Lunar Cycle gets me nothing. He put damage on me, so now I have to find out. I can win this turn if I get these cards. So let me Artisan here because I might have to Lilies to get the cards I need. So I'm gonna grab Monkey. Am I cooking? No, I'm not cooking, actually. But I'll grab Monkey here. I think Monkey's still, like, valuable to grab. And then Recon here for this. I need, like, Luminous Energy. I really need Luminous Energy here. Do I go for that? Yeah, I think this is good. This is fine. I wouldn't win, but it just helps a lot with my game plan for the turns after. Because of this damage that this dude graciously donated me. But now I can Blood Moon Ursaluna this, or if I have to use Halucha Dengo, like that also works. So knocking out these two seems like a fine play. If I left the Monkey Dory alive, it would just be worse for me in the long run. He needed to put damage on Badu, and then I actually would have lost. I had a likelier chance of losing, but I needed to get rid of his damage counters, is like the reason why I did this. This Dragapult is going to go down. That's completely fine. Solrock is back. That's also completely fine. Probably summoning back Monkey again. But no, I wouldn't have won if I had Dusknoir, Monkey. Because there was this, like, Hawlucha was a problem that I couldn't really do. Like, I don't know, the combination wasn't there. I thought I could hit it, but I couldn't. Okay, Monkey's back. Sure. Oh, I don't even need Hawlucha. I have Monkey, right? Because I can just move the 10 damage on from Latias onto this. So all I need is a boss, or like a Gusting card, which I don't have Gust anymore. Well, yeah, if he Turo's Genesect, that's fine, because I can move 10 damage counters on Latias and then win from there. The issue is I need boss, exactly boss plus Blood Moon here. Doesn't seem too likely. Why not CC Genesect, put 30 on Monkey, and kill Monkey on bench while leaving Genesect active with 20 HP? Issue is, like, if I leave, like in this example, like, he got Monkey Dory back. So if there was damage on Genesect, he's able to kill Badu and then kill another Pokemon after. I don't recall if I had Iono in my hand before, but I didn't feel like the play was worth it. Yeah, I didn't even have Iono there, so I would have lost. So now I have to draw into a couple of cards. That is not one of the cards I need, but that's fine. So, okay. Jamming Tower is gone, so this is fine. If I ever hit, I lose the game. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to tank. Grabbing Dragapult and then Neo Upper here. No, I don't want to burn. I'm just going to Iono. I need to leave a spot for Blood Moon. Like, if I ever take a hit, I lose the game. So I will just retreat and just pray. It's unfortunate, but I think the praying strat needs to happen here. Yeah, this is so sad. Just when I feel like I got, like, everything going, it's just... so bad. Yeah, that seems like game, because he's gonna get Prime. Okay, well played. Okay. I'm going to end the stream right now. I'm going to think about if Jacques is actually worth it. Or, yeah, just like getting clowned by Dengo doesn't seem like great. So I need to make sure that this deck, like, is resilient enough. Because in the past, I was able to do well against Dengo. I also feel like I misplayed a little bit, but I'll have to look into it. I'm going to look back at the VODs and really think about it. But anyways, thank you guys for watching my stream. Hopefully you guys learned a thing or two again. I definitely learned a thing or two that do not be playing this game while I'm dehydrated. So, yeah. Most gamblers stop before they hit the gold. Like, yeah. I'm gonna stop right here. Hopefully I hit the gold in